Hello everybody, welcome back to Mask Pundit TV. Now in today's video I'm going to be giving my preview and my predictions, well for just my predictions really, for every single game for game week 21 of the Premier League. So let's get right into it. So first game we have West Ham versus Forest. Now I'm recording this about 3 hours before, by the time this drops it will actually be an hour before kickoff. West Ham, absolutely poor against Wolves. That was an atrocious performance. Nottingham Forest, I mean, they're using, I think it's 4 in a row they've lost now as well. Whoever uses this game is in serious danger of getting sacked. If West Ham win, they're only, I think, only a point behind Nottingham Forest or something like that, so they pulled themselves right back into the fight for survival. But if they use and Nottingham Forest win, then it's looking very bleak for them. I'm going to sit on the fence and say a 1-1 draw because I'm a coward. So, yeah, I'm going to say a 1-1 draw for that game, which is a better result for Forest, obviously, especially because they're away from home. But, yeah, both teams very, very poor at the minute. Next up, Palace versus Aston Villa. Aston Villa bounced back well in their game they had against Nottingham Forest, I believe it was, wasn't it? After their loss against Arsenal. Palace are looking poor as well at the minute, though, aren't they? They're just, I don't know what's going on. They've fallen off. They've not won in the last 6 games, something like that. Not looking good for Palace at the minute. I just can't look past Aston Villa at the minute. I know Palace early in the season were very good at home. It was a scary place to go, but I just can't back them to get anything out of this game. So I'm going to say a 3-1 win away from home for Aston Villa for this game. Watkins is starting to pick up goals again. Slowly getting his form back. John McGinn getting a couple goals. Morgan Rogers, absolute quality player. So yeah, I'm gonna say a 3-1 win for Aston Villa. Next up, Fulham versus Chelsea. Fulham looking very, very good at the minute. Just got the 2-2 draw against Liverpool. What a strike by Harrison Reed in the 97th minute to get that equaliser. There's also a decent goal from Wilson as well. Chelsea, this will be the first name of Vassinia. It is officially announced as the new manager from Strasbourg. Not convinced by that appointment, to be honest with you. Maybe I'm biased because again, Arsenal fan in it, you know what I mean. But I don't know. I think it's too risky. I think he's a talented coach, but I don't know if he's ready for that jump just yet. You know what I mean? So I don't know, and it's going to take time for his style of play to get over as well. I do think there'll be a new manager bounce though. 1-0 win for Chelsea. I'm going to go for 1-0 win away from home for Chelsea. But yeah, Fulham have been very good recently, so I can see them getting a draw and maybe even a cheeky win themselves. Brentford versus Sunderland now. Brentford, very, very good at home. They've been very good recently. Igor Thiago is on fire. What a player. Absolutely fantastic player, Igor Thiago, at the minute. He's just scoring goals for fun. You know, they have good players like Sade as well, who's dangerous up front. Coyote with the young throws, you know how dangerous he is. Sunderland, also a fantastic season. They're doing very well at the minute. They only seem to score 1 goal away from home. They don't really score many goals away from home. So, that is something that I feel like will go in Brentford's favour here. I do think a 2-1 win for Brentford. Because I just can't see Sunderland scoring more than... I can see him scoring 2, but I would say I'd be surprised if they get a second goal either. So I'm going to say a 2-1 win for Brentford for this game. Bournemouth versus Spurs. Bournemouth poor as well at the minute. They're absolutely poor. How many games without a win now? I don't even know. Spurs. Weird is the word I'll describe their season at the minute. Weird. They're starting to get a decent results recently. Last few games they've got a decent result. But I don't know. I'm just not convinced by that team at the minute. I still think Thomas Frank's a very good manager, but something's not really working out there at the minute. Maybe in January they'll get a couple more signings and it will gel, but I'm not sure. Bournemouth, though, again, I just can't back them to get anything, so I'm going to say 2-1 win to Tottenham Hotspur there. Man City versus Brighton. Man City dropped points against Chelsea, 1-1 draw. 94th minute goal by Enzo Fernandez. Yuck. As an Arsenal fan, I think a lot of us are getting carried away. Yes, I'm glad Chelsea got something out of that game. Of course I am, but still, it is very early days. So many, not just Arsenal fans, but opposition fans saying, like, that's the title race over and everything. It's not. There's still a long way to go. So let's not count our chickens just yet. But that was a good result. Man City, Ruben Diaz has just been injured as well. I think he's going to be out for about 6 weeks. They've got a few defensive injuries. Uh, Semenyo probably won't sign but in time for this game. So, you know, but Brighton away from home again, I just don't think they're going to have enough. So I'm going to say a 2-0 win to Manchester City in this game. Everton versus Wolves. Wolves, as we mentioned, fantastic result against West Ham. Their first win. They tripled their points tally right there. You know, and they got 3 goals as well. I mean, absolutely fantastic win for them. They're still down realistically. Can't see them staying up. It would take an absolute miracle. But again, it was just good confidence builder in it. Good for pride, I suppose. Trying to beat that Derby County points tally as well, because no one wants that record. Wolves especially don't want to break that record. Southampton nearly broke that record before as well, so but they managed to hold on, and I think Wolves will as well. I can see them getting enough points to get above a Yevon. Everton, again, they're doing quite well under Moyes. They did use their last game, but against Brentford, it wasn't it? But they are doing quite well. At home, struggling a little bit at home on the recent form, it seems like. Grealish playing well though in the last game. Again, they still got 2 goals. I'm gonna go with a 1 or draw. Go on, I'll give Wolves another point here. They are picking up points and they're playing better as well, Wolves. So yeah, there you go, 1 or draw. Burnley versus Manchester United next. Burnley are just yakking goals. I know they make games difficult, but they are just yakking goals. But of course, the big news for Man United: Ruben Amorim sacked. He is no longer manager. Darren Fletcher will be in charge of this game. That you can get. I've seen Fabrizio Romano tweeting that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer could be stepping in as a caretaker for United until they get a long-term appointment like Oliver Glasner or Antonio Ariola. Yeah, I don't know. Sometimes you see it with caretaker managers like Michael Carrick, for example, where he did really well when he was stepping in on an interim basis for Man United. I can see the same thing happening with Darren Fletcher. I'm not sure really too much on his managerial background, so forgive me. I think he's like, I might be wrong, but doesn't he do like the under 18s, under 21s or something like that? I'm not entirely sure. I'm going to say a 1-0 win for United away from home. Yeah, it just new manager bounce. There's something about the interim managers. It always happens. So yeah, 1-0 win for Man United. Again, I think Burnley are pretty much down. And then the final game, because Arsenal versus Liverpool, you're going to have to wait for my preview for that tomorrow. But yeah, Newcastle versus Leeds. Okay, so Leeds are in, but they're very well. Credit Daniel Farker. I mean, he was so close to getting sacked earlier in the season, and he's turned it around properly. I mean, again, a good result against United, a draw. Yeah, fantastic work from Daniel Farker. Newcastle are still not at their best, but Avisa's looking good play of him. Good signing. Glad he's finally fit for them because he was out for a long time when he signed from Bedford, but he's starting to score the goals well as well now. Good competition for Voltemada. I don't know. I'm gonna say I do fancy Leeds this game. I do fancy Leeds. I'm gonna say a 2-0 win for Leeds away from home. That might be a shock upset, but hey, here we are. That's how we do it on this channel, right? Also because I have zero football knowledge, so here we are. But hey, anyway, I do hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe, share the video around. It is all truly appreciated and does massively help out the channel. Enjoy the football, and yeah, take care, everyone.